So yes, we are coming close to the end of our time, and we still have one more mistake we want to avoid, which is how do we successfully deal with difficult family dynamics? Because every family's got at least one person in there who is very opinionated, and they want what they want regardless of what you want, and we've all dealt with that as professionals. So Jennifer, I'm going to start with you. How does Village Plan deal with challenging family dynamics?
Yeah, it's that, I think, is everyone, especially if you are the family member, it's kind of a worst nightmare, right? As, man, life's already hard enough. Why do we got to fight about these things or have differing opinions, which is just a natural part of personalities and, those kind of just life dynamics. Many times, Village Plan, your care manager, your counselor, whoever you're working with, really is that mediator. We do a lot of not like a huge formal process unless that's what it needs to be, but there's a lot of mediation that goes through. And an example would be 5 adult children, all with very differing ideas of what care needs to look like for an older parent. And what many times we can do is we can, depending on, how much conflict's going on, but bring everyone to the same room, sit down, let everyone have a voice. Sometimes that alone can really help negate some of that conflict. Or if there's too much tension, we do a lot of times where we'll meet with each family member individually, whatever amount of time is needed, and then be that voice, really bringing it back. Let's say mom has Alzheimer's, really bringing it back to what were her wishes when she had that competency, when she was talking about what she was hopeful for and wanting, and just bringing that back up to the surface. Because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what family members want. And so sometimes it's just bringing it, letting people have a voice, bringing back that attention where it needs to be. So yeah, mediation is a big part of our role, for sure.
So it sounds like it's very important for everybody's voice to be heard, because in the end of the day, everybody just wants to be heard and understood. But in the final analysis, it's really the patient whose wishes should be honored. And we can take everyone's thoughts and opinions into consideration, but we really want to honor what the patient themselves wanted. Correct? Is that right? Okay.
Correct. And back, if we're going to pull this all back together, where when Lynn's talking about that proactive approach and really creating these estate plans and these end of life wishes before we get to those points. And that's why, right? So if you're the aging adult in this situation, it's such a gift to give to your family, to all those involved, if your wishes are laid out, because it can create a lot of differing opinions at the end. Well, mom told me this. Well, mom told me this. And well, I thought she wanted it this way. And I know she wants it this way, right? And so when we're having to navigate that without written instructions or written ideas of what was their wants and their desires, you're going to see natural tension, right? So those are some of the absolute best gifts you can give to your family members, is having that plan.
Oh yes, the plan brings peace. It can definitely bring peace. And so then what does an estate planning attorney do when a family comes to them and they have to take in issues of someone who could cause trouble down the line? How do you deal with that?
So as Jennifer mentioned, knowing what the person's wishes are. Well, how do you know? If it's important, put it in writing. It's one of my favorite sayings. If it's important, put it in writing, because when it is in writing, there's much less opportunity for people to say the opposite of what the writing says. So that's what estate planning does. It gives clarity. It puts in writing what the wishes are, where the assets go, who's in charge, who's speaking, all of those things. And having an estate planning firm gives the client an advocate as well. And I can tell you that when you have a lawyer involved, there's much less room for other family members to be trying to assert their influence over somebody. Not that it won't happen, but knowing that an attorney is involved really helps keep it down, the dysfunction. So, but when it comes to that mediation type setting, no, we are not the best for that. Our job is to prevent that from happening. But despite that, if there is family dysfunction and dynamics, guess what? We're referring it over to professionals who can deal with that sort of situation. And so, Jennifer and Village Plan, here you go.
Very good. Very good.
We'll take the messes. That's what we specialize in.
Well, it's really wonderful that both of you specialize in different areas of senior care, and both are critically, critically important. And so the one takeaway from all of this is that the 3 mistakes that can make the golden years not so golden are really just not paying attention to how life changes and the needs that you have as you age. So whether we're talking about diminished physical capacity and what that means, it means taking a look as you see it happening, or even before it starts happening, be active and line up a series of strategies and support for yourself that can help you as these changes occur before they occur. And if it occurs, and with your legal documents, as Lynn's been beautifully saying all along, you must do it now, not when you are in a diminished capacity or you're dead. That's too late. Get everything together now, that the documents that will guide you as you, while you're alive, in your medical care and your financial care, and also after you pass. So sitting down with a qualified elder law and estate planning attorney to put that in place is a very important proactive first step in alleviating any problems later on. And in helping with, as Jennifer was beautifully saying, family dynamics, everybody's got an opinion. So, and as Lynn was saying, put it in writing. Bring everybody to the table and talk about it, but put your wishes in writing so that, and I can say from personal experience, you may think you've got a peaceful family, but nothing brings out stress in people and nothing brings out the worst in people as illness and death. So you can head that off right now by putting a plan in place, both a plan for your care through someone like Village Plan, or putting a plan in case for your legal documents, such as through ELG Estate Planning. So being proactive now with issues that you know will occur or could likely occur later is the best way that you can prevent mistakes from happening. And so your golden years, we want them to be shiny. So let's make them shiny by taking steps now. So I thank very much Jennifer Nazarowski from Village Plan and Lynn St. Louis from ELG Estate Planning. My name is Janet Kraft. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you with us. If you want to reach us, we'll be sending out an email after this to let you know how you can get in touch with us. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.